Okay, today Clutter County Sports Zone is at Cumberland Gap. We're doing I think it's the 5th episode of the Coach Nash show. Had a bye last week, and the week before they played West Green and took it on the chin a little bit, lost 40-0. Coach, what went wrong?
It's kind of been just the same thing that we've kind of dealt with all season. Just little mistakes that we're working on each and every day to fix. West Green had a really good skill back. Number 2, he was a very good football player, very quick. Their line wasn't bad. They're a decent football team. They just come out and played better than we did that night. We made mistakes that we will eventually not make. Just some mistakes that's got to be fixed, and we're moving toward making that happen.
What did they do offensively that caused trouble?
They've got a kid. He's a senior. He's number 2. He's very quick. He's elusive. One instance we had him down. It was 3rd and 33. He reverses the field on us and outruns everybody, and made a heck of a play, scored a touchdown. He was just very hard to contain, and when we did contain him, he somehow got out. So hats off to him. Hats off to their offensive line. They done a really good job.
Okay, what do they do defensively that really stumped your offense?
I think we, as an offensive group, we're getting better each and every week. We're, offensive line obviously is continuing to get better. We had some good things happen offensively, and then we've, missing some blocking assignments and some little things like that, and just the standard growing pains that we've dealt with most of the year. But that's why you go to practice. That's why you go to practice 4 days a week to fix those, and we're fixing them, and we'll continue to move forward and get better.
What did you expect your team to learn from that loss?
Well, it's kind of the same old song and dance, so to speak. Just small mistakes equals big touchdowns. One missed blocking assignment, causes us not to get a first down. It's just, it's the same thing that we've talked about. And, my kids are getting, they're getting better. We're still learning. We're still doing some things that we won't do in the future. But for right now, it's a process of ironing those things out and taking care of those things.
Okay, what position group do you think played well for you that night?
We as a whole, I really don't want to point out position groups just because of the simple fact that all of the guys in every position group I feel like gives me and this staff, what they have, and I do say that our offensive line is continuing to get better. We're sophomore heavy on our offensive line. They're continuing to get better. But every position group is practicing hard. Their attitude is good. So we as a team, we're getting better, and the kids are getting better, and the morale is still good. Even though we're an 0-7 football team right now, the morale is still good. Kids are still showing up, even at fall break this week. Kids are showing up at practice. Our attendance is not fell off. This is a special group of kids, and I think they're, as we say, and as they break down to, this ain't going to last forever. So we just got to weather the storm and get better, and we'll come out on the better side of things.
Okay, you're traveling to Happy Valley, right?
Yes.
What challenges will they present you, and talk about what they're going to try to do to you offensively and defensively?
Happy Valley's a great football team. Little backstory with these guys that are seniors now has been playing since they was, sophomores, starting since they was sophomores. Are a really good football team. As you know, they're 6-1. They're big and physical up front. They have, they run flex bone. They run it really well. They rely heavily on the run. They're, like I said, they're big and physical up front. We just got to, as a defensive unit this week, we just got to play assignment football. We've practiced all week about playing assignment football and, making sure our linebackers are doing their assignments, making sure that our defensive line is doing theirs. They're bigger than we are up front. So winning the line of scrimmage is going to be crucial this week. Like I told my guys, I said, hey, we've got to win the line of scrimmage on both sides of the football. If you don't win the line of scrimmage, offensively or defensively, it doesn't matter. And this week we're playing a team that's really big up front, so we've got our work cut out for us, and we're up for the challenge. Obviously, my kids won't give up, or my kids aren't scared. They're obviously going to give everything they got. So, defensively again, they're big up front. It's going to be hard to run the ball in between the tackles. So we're going to have to, we have worked this week to try to get some things to our advantage when it comes to how big and physical they are between the tackles. So we've adjusted a few things offensively and just a few things defensively that will try to, give us a better shot at stopping the run. And so,
okay. You kind of touched on this on your last answer, but without giving your game plan away, what will your offense seek to do against their defense?
Well, first we've and it's no secret. I've said it all year. We've got to get speed and space. Right now, when we play a team like this or play a team like Hampton that's very big up front and in between the tackles, it's really hard. It's really hard to run in between the tackles. So. It's no secret. We're going to try to get speed and space, get the ball outside, some quick throws, some things that will benefit us and put us in a better position to get first downs and keep the defense off the field.
How's the this week of practice gone, and what was the focus?
Week of practice is good. First day we're a little rusty. Like I said. Our focus is this week is just to get better. I've challenged each kid. I've challenged the kids. Hey, if you know that you're not very good at something, let's focus on that. If it's your footwork, if it's your stance, if it's whatever it may be, let's work on those little things, and let's continue to get better. We got 3 games left in the season, in the regular season. So, we want to end up better than we started, and that's been our focus.
Being a winless team, there's I don't know how to, the culture. I mean, it snowballs upward and it snowballs downhill at the same time. But now, how do you coaches and how do the leaders of the team change that culture and get people believing that they can win? And Claiborne's gone through the same thing.
Yeah.
They battled it that last week against GP. But how are your coaches and your team leaders going about bringing that change?
Well, it first starts off with attitude and work ethic. When I first got the job this year, that was a big thing that I wanted to change the culture and change how the program was looked at. Yes, we're an 0-17, but we have made a lot more strides than people think. Just because the win and loss column is not very good, I think we've made major strides in getting this program a little bit closer to where we want it to be. But it first starts with attitude. It first starts with our work ethic, and I truly have seen, and the staff has seen. These kids are still out here working. These kids are still, they've not give up. They've not got a bad attitude. Of course, winning sucks, or losing sucks. But winning right now, would be not to say that's not important, because it is. But what I love seeing right now, even when we're not winning, is that the kids are still working hard. The kids' attitude.
Yeah, effort at the end of the game means a lot.
You know, it does. You know, now of course, in every locker room, I'm sure there's grumbling that I don't know about. There's probably grumbling that I don't hear. But as a whole, as my captains, as I speak with my captains each week, you know, they say that the morale in the locker room when us coaches are not around is still good. The kids are wanting to get better, and they're wanting to win. So.
Yeah, I asked you at the beginning of the year, what would be a good season? Now that you over halfway, nearing the end, have you had a successful season, or what little bit more does this team need to do to say we've reached the point where we needed to? We've matched our expectation.
Well, you know, one thing that I've always said that some people may not agree with. My first job as a coach is to take young boys and turn them into young men, and teaching them. And football is one of the best conduits of life ever to teach the things that you need to be a successful father, a successful husband. You know, to teach dedication, to teach teamwork, to teach all these different skills and different attributes that you need to be that. Yes, obviously every coach in the nation wants to win. A successful season for us outside the scoreboard is exactly where we're at right now, in my opinion. We have done some changing of the culture. We still have the kids. We've not had a massive fall off of kids quitting. That in itself, anytime you take a program and they're 0-7 and you still have the amount of kids that you started with, besides I think we had 2 to leave. When you take a program like that and you're 0-7 in the 7th game of the season, that's pretty special.
Okay,
in my opinion.
Talk about your special guest at practice.
Yeah, Noah. Yeah, it was really good. We got to see Noah. We had a little cookout here this week after Tuesday night's practice. It was really good to see him. It was really good for him to come in here and sit in his locker and all the guys sit and talk with him, and I know that was a big thing for him, and he really enjoyed that. Our kids enjoyed it. We loved it. He's always going to be a part of this program, no matter in what position that he's in, whether he's a football player or what. He'll always be part of this program, and we enjoyed seeing him. It was really good. Yeah. It was God's hand has been in that situation each and every step.
All right. Last words to you, Coach.
Once again, I appreciate this community, parents, administration, everybody's support. These kids are going to get it, and we look forward to these last 3 games coming out, practicing hard, playing hard, and we'll see where we end up.
All right, Coach. Thanks.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
All right.